Back for a new season here on GoPSUSports.com, 2015-2016 Penn State men's hockey. Brian Tripp, joined by Penn State men's hockey head coach Guy Gadowsky. And Guy, once the leaves start to change, the guys start to get back onto the ice, how exciting is this time of year as a coach?
It's exciting and busy, but mostly exciting because you always get to see, I think, the anticipation of how the freshmen are going to translate over is always exciting and fun to watch. And it is a fun time, and especially here at Penn State when you get to look forward to such a great student section, such a great atmosphere. I mean, you really look forward to the first game.
You're entering the fourth year as a Division I program. What's the state of the program now that you've been able to cycle some guys through?
Yeah, well, we're getting better and better, and obviously we've had some huge steps. Having a winning season is a huge step. Having a winning season in the Big Ten is a huge step. Having one of our graduates sign and play in the NHL is another big step. So we continue to get better and better and reach milestones along the way. And our challenge now is to continue to make that happen. And obviously, it gets harder and harder to achieve new milestones, but that's our challenge, and that's what we're looking forward to doing.
When you look at a team on the ice, not just wins and losses, but what do you want to see them do to continue to build in the right direction?
Yeah, so it's very important for our coaching staff that we continue to build on our identity and our foundation, and it's nothing that you can just teach in 1 year. I think it's something that happens in a tradition, like you need tradition for it to really catch on, and so we work very hard at continuing to build a very strong foundation that yields a certain identity, and that's something that I don't think it will ever stop. I think once you feel that you've really got it, you're going to have something special. So our big challenge of ours is that focus of continuing to work on our identity.
Part of that identity is being a high-paced, offensive club. Obviously some big losses offensively, but it sounds like you can build on that as a team, especially on the back end, defensively and moving the puck better.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. Obviously, when you lose a Casey Bailey, I mean, you're not going to point to one individual and say, okay, now it's up to you to replace those goals. And certainly, as you mentioned, it's a collective effort. But one of the areas that we feel really good about is we're bringing in some pretty high offensive IQ defensemen. I think all three of our freshmen this year coming in on the back end are very high. They're very creative. They have very good offensive IQs. And so I think that to replace the goals that we lost, I believe that they're going to be able to contribute to that, not just our forwards.
And also, guys, you return the leading goal scorer in the Big Ten in David Goodwin. You return Eric Scheid, although he'll miss time early in the year. Dylan Richard. We could go through a long list of players. This seems like a nice deep roster. You may not have that one star that you point to like a Casey Bailey, but the depth appears to be in place.
Yeah, and who knows, stars may emerge. I'm not sure everybody pointed to Casey Bailey last year and thought that he was going to have the season he did. So who knows who's going to emerge, and that's part of the excitement of it. And it could be an incoming freshman. It could be someone that's ready to emerge. You mentioned the names. You mentioned David Glenn, Dylan Richard, Curtis Loic. The list goes on. Zach Saar was injured last year and didn't get a lot of time, and he could come out of nowhere. So who knows? We'll see. But certainly it's going to be fun to watch.
Keeps coaches on their toes, right?
It keeps us excited. It keeps us interested, yes.
Guy, looking forward to the opener.
Thank you very much.
Penn State men's hockey head coach Guy Gadowsky with us here. We'll be with you all season long on GoPSUSports.com.